Drive-By Therapy, where we don't play around. I am Dr. Tasha. This is Rayzor. Y'all know Rayzor? Okay, so I heard there was a little rumor around like what had happened to Chris. Okay, it's not that deep. Chris is in Tampa, and we want him to do really well at the gig that he has in Tampa. But today, we have comedian Rayzor, who is actually in 2 weeks going to be roasting D. Wade. And if you would like to see what he does, because he's really good at what he does, you can go on his Instagram, which is...
you can turn it on.
Rayzor Comedy. So, you see it up there. So, you're going to be doing the thing.
Oh, you can see it up there?
You can put it up there.
Oh, you want to put it up there?
See?
Oh. The producer don't play. DJ Blaze, can you take down the echo a little bit? Okay, so if you would like to see that, I would like to see that. 2 weeks from now, you said?
In 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays from
Does
Saturday.
D-Wade know he's getting roasted?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Gabby gonna be there. Who else is on there? My man Chris Spencer is hosting it from the producer of Blackish, and Udonis Haslam will be there. Jimmy Butler's new to the Miami Heat will be there, so it's gonna be fun.
Well, we appreciate you coming to sit with the little people then. Thank you very much for just letting us come on in to your world. So anyways, guys, let me explain this drive-by therapy concept. So drive-by therapy literally is what I do as a psychologist. I literally go to people's houses, or you come to one of my offices and I provide drive-by therapy. But for the talk show, whose first time is today? This is like, we got like 15 virgins. That's nice. So let me tell y'all where y'all just walked into. You walked into group therapy on steroids, basically. Okay? So, as we say on the flyer, I provide the facts, he provides the funny. But the coolest thing about it is you are going to be the village. So the village means that you're going to literally provide counsel or comments. So say somebody offends you, right? Or say someone says something that you're like, that is not what my mama said. You can literally say that on the mic, that's not what my mama said. So I'm excited about today's topic, the lies we were told about relationships. Were you told any lies, Rayzor?
Man, I've been thinking about this for about a month.
Oh.
Because, when we discussed me coming to do this, and then you gave me the topic, I said, wow. Remember I called you, and you was like, don't say nothing.
Yeah, no, we don't talk about the show before the show.
We don't talk about the show. To me, one of the biggest lies that we've been told about relationships is that a relationship is 50-50. I think that's one of the biggest lies ever told. Because a relationship's mathematical quotient comes up to whatever the two people in the relationship deem it to be. Because in some relationships, it's 70-30, and it's cool like that. As long as both people in the relationship
agree upon that.
Agree upon the ratio, and quite frankly, you may get into a relationship and you may need somebody that's 70%, because you only bring in 30.
But would anybody ever acknowledge that they're only bringing 30 to a relationship?
You don't have to. I don't think you have to acknowledge it. I think situations would lend it to dictate itself that you're doing that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The thing is, here goes the thing that's funny about that. If your relationship started and it was 70-30, and you were cool, and the dynamic changed, and now the person who was 30 is expected to come up to 60. That's when you see if you really have a good relationship.
If they're able to adjust.
If they're able to adjust.
Oh, okay. That's real. That usually comes out between about 5 to 10 years, I've heard, that your needs will change, right? And then it's possible that the other person will just change with seasons.
It could have. Listen, life, I learned something. God only gives us a second at a time of life, right?
A second
at a time.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Life is a vapor. I could be talking right now and I could be gone right there, right?
Okay, that's
so I can't put a dispensation on time when I'm going to change, because I haven't lived that yet.
Okay, so 50-50. Y'all agree with that? That a relationship is 50-50 is a lie? Anybody disagree with that where you think it is 50-50? Anybody ever heard that it's 100-100?
Yes, that's me.
Okay, that's you. But that means you're bringing 100. Is that why you feel that way? That we know that we're not bringing the hundreds in the room.
I will tell you this. Sometimes your 100 is only 30%.
Okay, that's what we doing tonight, Rayzor?
I'm just saying.
Explain.
There are things that you have, and all of us come with different things and different deficiencies, right? And you may think that you're giving 100%, in which you are giving 100%, but you have deficiencies in you, which to the other person there is some gaps. So you may be giving 100% of yourself, but in the relationship there's some space. So that person is compensating for that space that you don't have, and still allowing you to be who you are in the relationship, and it's fine. It's fine. I don't mind compensating for that, but don't get it twisted. If we just put the math on the paper, there is a.
So have you ever been anybody's 50%?
I've been somebody's 50%, and I've been somebody's 70%, and I've been the 30%.
Can you feel it when you're the 30?
You know when someone. First of all, in a relationship, you would hope that where you lack, the other person picks up. So from that standpoint, if you lacking, you can't be 100. Okay. Can you?
In certain areas, you were the 30. They were the 70. In certain areas,
you
okay.
There's certain times when you're not good with money. So money come in your hand, it's like you got a hole in it. Okay? So you can make money, but you can't keep money. You're not a steward of money.
So you would like to be with someone
that has... You need to be with somebody that's a steward of money. Okay. So where money comes, you may be a 30%er. Because you may make money, but if we left it to you, we wouldn't have none.
Okay. You got another one for us?
Another lie?
Another lie.
Family over everything.
Okay, say the lie. That someone has told you, choose your family over everything?
The statement, family over everything, is a lie. Because just because a person is family doesn't mean that they have your best interest.
Oh, you got some amen corners over there.
I think that's something that's actually hurt us as a people.
That we put our family first? That
we give family a benefit of the doubt that they have not earned. And I think what we need to know as people, as human beings, everyone needs to earn your respect, needs to earn your trust. Just because they're your family doesn't mean that they automatically get that, especially if they have not proven themselves to be trustworthy or to warrant your trust or your respect. So
we've been taught to put family over everything.
You've been taught. Listen, and a lot of times, as even a celebrity, you get the guilt bigger because your family dynamic is exposed. And then they say, well, I never seen him with his brother, and he is an estranged brother. No, that nigga ain't shit. That's why he not around me.
Is that exactly how you would tell them? That's why?
Yeah, I would tell them that. That nigga ain't shit in Jesus' name. He ain't shit. And I'm not talking about my brother. I'm just saying.
There's a reason why
he's not there. And guess what?
Got you.
He don't get to come on the ride just cause he's my brother. And if you see him living fucked up, that's his responsibility. My job is not to finance rebellion. My father tell me that all the time. I do not finance rebellion.
I do not finance rebellion?
I do not finance rebellion. Okay. My father told me that from I was 3 years old. I don't finance rebellion. So I learned that. I learned even when I was doing whatever I was doing when I was doing it, that not to call him.
Okay, got you. That's your first two? How many more you got?
I got a lot of, but I
don't know. Okay, so I got a few lies that we were told. Okay, this is a hard one to say out loud, but I know it's true. That marriage lasts forever. Okay, y'all all right? What divorce? It's okay, y'all. It's okay. Who's a divorcee in the room? Anyone a divorcee? Okay, no judgment. That's what we do. We talk about it. Okay, so I've always said, you had 4 husbands? What's the 4? 3. Okay, you had 3 husbands. Okay. You want to come to the couch right now or okay. Oh, I forgot about that. So the couch is if anybody wants a one-on-one drive-by therapy. It'll be just, right here, right now. We're giving it to you. Ooh-ah! Okay, so divorce days, raise your hand. I want to ask you a question. Let me see the first question. At the altar, I'm assuming you didn't say to yourself, or to your boo, that like, I can't wait to do this for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like nobody said until 3 years from now. No one said that at the altar, right? And then no one knew what the worst was. You know how it's for better or worse, but you really don't know when the worst comes. What are you going to do? So, what do I want to ask y'all? There's so much when you talk to divorcees. Sometimes they're salty, and then sometimes they have this sense of relief, like they dodged a bullet. We'll see what happens when I get through the room. Okay. If the question was, lies that you were told, what were you thinking at the altar that you learned? I guess if we fast forward to why you got divorced. Can we do that right now? That's a lot in one mic moment. Okay, go.
So, and just to give some perspective, and I think that really what it is that marriage can last forever. All right, marriage can last forever. I come from a family where my parents are getting ready to celebrate 65 years. Okay, I've got siblings who are both over 30.
We always clapping for that. Now you don't even know if they like each other. I don't understand. I'm just playing. They like each other. But we always do that. I got a real issue. We like, continue cheating on her. You know what I mean? Like, no. Okay, we're back. Go ahead.
Yeah, and they do like each other. I guess the thing about it is that what you don't know is what you haven't gone through. You always think that, hey, no matter what, we're going to push through. But if you haven't been through anything at that particular point in time or as you're leading up to your marriage, how do you know if you're going to push through? How do you know if you're told everything? How do you know if you've told everything to the person that you're going to marry? People, who we typically find out stuff after the marriage has already started. Stuff that might have shaped our decision to marry this person beforehand.
So what'd you find out?
She can't cook.
Oh, she can't cook? That good piece of toast wasn't always so good after 3 years?
Wasn't that good?
That toast?
Well, it's funny, the cooking part was, when I first went on a date with her, or second date, she came over to my house and she cooked me a meal. And it was a great meal. Little did I know that would be the last meal I'd ever get for the next 9 years. I would have maybe put it off for another time. So
that's the
second
bait
date
and
was
switch.
the only meal?
Bait and switch.
She was fronting.
Bait and switch.
Fronting, divorcee. How you doing? All right, it's a nice smile. I see you. Okay, so divorcees, let's go. Divorcees, what didn't you know that you learned, whatever the year was?
Well, what I learned is you don't know a person till you live with them. Because when you're just visiting their house all the time and staying there, it's different from when you're with them every single day.
So what did you learn when you were living with her? She was dirty? You already knew? You already felt that? How dirty was she?
I mean, some people got dirty ways.
You was right on. Oh, how? She just stayed dirty. It never got clean. Did you not clean? Wait, hold on. Let me get the other side. Did you not clean the house? Okay, but she didn't compliment what you didn't do.
Let me rephrase it in a better way for you to understand it. Your bad habits, I may not get along with your bad habits. If I don't live with you every day and I don't see your bad habits, and you're not willing to compromise for us to make it work, it's like, that's when you start to know the person, the real person. Once you're staying with them every single day in their face. Then you know if you can stand them or not.
How long ago was this?
Sound fresh.
Yeah, you look like.
Sound fresh.
It sound fresh? You want to talk about it?
Sound like the couch need to be visited. It sound fresh.
It does. Okay, divorcees, let me hear it. What didn't you know at the altar that you found out years later? What didn't you know?
But that dirty house is a real thing.
That dirty house is a real thing.
Especially if you're a Caribbean person, that dirty house.
What does it mean?
Man,
Your soul ain't right. It go to your soul.
That dirty house is something, man. it go to your spirit, man. That a dirty woman, like, see, a dirty man, I think y'all may be able to tolerate it because y'all would, but a dirty woman, man, listen.
I remember when this guy from
Can't cook.
the Bay Area,
I
he
ain't
said, and it was bad. If he's on here, he can, chime in. He said the worst part about a dirty woman is that her hygiene is also like her house. I'll never forget that. And we don't really talk about the box. Really, we can talk about the box tonight. But if the box ain't really is as dirty as the floor, you probably ain't trying to put your face down there, right? Let's be clear, okay? And we trying to make sure y'all keep your face down there. Okay. All right, who's next? Divorcee?
We
Okay.
always come back to that.
Yes, we
Always
do.
come back to
Yes,
that.
yes, we do. Okay, divorcees. What didn't you know? What didn't you know? Oh, now are they scared? Oh, okay. Come on, y'all. Y'all know we can't. Rupert.
I guess for me, it would be that when I got married, I didn't realize that I wasn't the marrying kind.
Ooh, that's the couch.
And I've been married 4 times. So, no, I kind of figured it out now, but it was hard to figure out because I was raised to be married, get the house, get the white picket fence, do all the things that you're supposed to do as a man. And it never measured up for me. And I married some good women. They were good women. You know what I mean? But I just didn't measure up. So that's it.
Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Was it the fact that your upbringing, that Christian guilt of shacking, that made you say, you know what, after a certain amount of time, I need to be married because I ain't gonna be shacking, or that feeling that you wasting your time? If this relationship ain't going towards marriage, you wasting your time? Was that any kind of pressure?
I'm not going to say it's my Christian upbringing. It was just that I was 33 and I had never been married. And back in the day, if you was 33 and never been married, people were like, well, what's wrong with him? You know what I mean? I had these people, all these speculations. So I got married. But it wasn't, I was not the best person in that marriage or any of them. But I tried the best I could. But it was just that marriage to me is obsolete.
So can we, after 4 marriages, say that you're not marriage material, or are you still believing in it?
No, I don't believe in it. I don't believe that it's something for me.
For you? Okay, that's fair. Divorcees. What didn't you know, hey boo? What didn't you know that you learned? Divorcees, let's go.
Where you start is where it's going to be. A lot of times we think that once we get married, it's going to get better. But most times we are in a situation.
And where you start is where you're going to be. You know you got to be specific and drive-by therapy. If he does this in the first date, and where is the where we start? Give me some, I don't understand.
If you took him from your homegirl,
Then you're going to lose him from your...
then you're going to lose him to another homegirl.
Okay, that's fair, that's fair.
Now, what I'm saying is a lot of times we live together already, so you already are in turmoil or already seeing that it's not working, but you still get married thinking it's going to get better.
Oh, the getting better. That's on my notebook, my clipboard right there. And that's specifically more women thinking that we can change a man. So that's a lie. That's a lie. Lie number 1 for me. That you cannot change a man. If he wants to change for you, that's on him. But you ain't that powerful, chick. All right, let's go. Neither am I. It's not just you. Neither am I.
I have 20 years in.
20 years into a marriage right now? Okay. You all right? You all right? Okay. You okay? Okay. I saw you sweating a little bit. You okay? Let's go.
I got married at 23, so it's kind of young for a guy. I hear the thing about changes now, and that's why I jumped in, because we all are going to change. I didn't know who I was at 23 and how I would evolve in the relationship. And the 21-year-old wife I married is not the same 41-year-old today.
What about you? What's so different about you? What do you not do that you did 20 years ago?
And I could swing off the piece. I can't do it.
Oh, you used to be a little acrobat? You was hanging from the chandelier? What you doing now? What you doing? Just the one leg on it? Just one leg? What you doing exactly?
No, serious though. You know, you're evolving and you're being exposed to different things. You know, even your hormones are changing. It's changing on her too. Things you wouldn't want to do then, you want to do now. The things you didn't want to do then, you want to do now. The things you used to do then, you don't want to do it anymore.
So change is inevitable.
One of the biggest issues you have is, are you changing together? At least along kind of close enough so you can survive. Otherwise, if you're going this way,
It's hard to say. Yeah, I said something crazy to my guy. I said, you want to just like do this for 10 years and then you can recycle me and I'll recycle you out? Meaning that like, let's just get a strong 10. You guys get why I said that? Because some people don't even make it to 10. I'm like just thinking, and some people can say I was settling or whatever word you want to use to judge me. But I literally said that about a year ago because I said, let's just have a good 10. A strong 10. A strong 10. Okay, go ahead.
What y'all playing spades in this bitch?
Alrighty, so here's what I'm going to say. I met a gentleman that actually had that exact same concept. And I'm going to agree with you, gentleman here in the red shirt. I don't think I'm marriage material either. I've had multiple marriages and they have all failed.
Multiple is what number? Is that 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2?
Multiple is as in more than one. And so I will say this.
Shit. That's none of your motherfucking business. But I'm telling you, I done told you multiple now. Now, goddamn it.
Y'all get ready for a moment. Correct, sir. And so I wanted to kind of piggyback off of that because I actually thought that that was a really good concept. Because the truth of the matter is that marriages are no longer, they used to, sir, with the parents married for 65 years, they are no longer lasting for a lifetime. But what we have to understand is that divorce is a death. So that death, we part, is the divorce. You die, divorced. It is the end of that marriage.
Everybody take it in. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody take it in. I felt that. Yeah, we had a little funeral right now, a little memorial service. Divorce. We died. We died. Oh, that's good. We died. I'm back to my eye. Ooh, that's good.
Well, you know what?
Divorce.
I love that concept, what you just said, because that coincides with nature, because everything ends. All relationships end. Some end in death. Physically, one person died and the other person's alive, but as soon as you start a relationship, you know that relationship is ending. That's just nature. It's just how long you're going to prolong it. You know what I mean? So
How long you going to prolong the death?
well, how long you going to prolong the relationship?
Oh.
And the thing is, and here goes another lie that was told, because what just came to
Oh,
me.
yeah, another lie. Who
Another
said it?
lie.
Was it grandma or?
That was just a lie
auntie?
that you make me happy. That's a lie.
Wait, why?
That's a lie.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Because happiness is not another person's responsibility. The responsibility you have is to not disturb my happiness.
Oh, okay, I get that.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I get that.
So if you come from a place that
It's not your sole responsibility.
Well, my
But we
responsibility.
hope that it's a priority that you want me to be happy.
I want you to be happy, and in me wanting you to be happy, means that you came to me happy.
Okay.
And what I do is I protect the environment in which you're happy in, and you protect the environment in which I'm happy in.
Okay, I got
So
that.
then, if we working on that, so when the problem comes, we deal with the problem,
Okay.
and then we both back happy again.
Divorcees in the back, we got some? Or y'all being quiet? You got one? Yes? No? Okay. Before we move on from this one lie and the like half lie that Rayzor just came up with. Okay, so sorry. All right, here we go. So what didn't you know at the altar?
One of the things I didn't know was that I didn't have to live for people or church people. And when I say that, not to be cliche, it's basically saying that because I want to look good in front of the church people, I shouldn't be shacking or fornicating because I'm not married. So because that I was in that position, and then that I say, oh, I love God, that it put me in a position of saying I do to someone who wasn't meant to be. So that was something I didn't know.
So doing it for the people. Yeah, you were doing that for the people. And what's interesting though, you're getting married soon. And this time it's the right way. For yourself. Okay. That's Marsha and Kelly in a few weeks. Who else? Divorcees? Never married? Divorcees? What didn't you know? Multiple. This the one that said multiple. She had 4 up. I don't know what that meant. 3. Okay, let's go.
I only had 1 divorce. But what was the
What didn't you know that you learned? What didn't you know at the altar that you ended up learning?
You divorced too, so stop. You're next. So I'm passing the mic to my left. You know what? I think I'm gonna go back to what Rayzor was saying, that it lasts forever. Like, I was one of those people, my parents have been together for 47 years. My cousin's parents, my other cousin's parents, like everybody, I come from marriages that last. We're from beliefs like that's what you do, no matter what, you make it work. And so that's what I believed. And I think I believed all of that until I didn't play that disrespect game. And then I was just like, I can't be there anymore. So
The disrespect game, meaning you disrespect me, I don't do nothing until. Oh, you're not going to allow the disrespect. Oh, that's a good title to find out how long will you actually deal with the disrespect.
How long do you put up with bullshit?
Let's be clear, it wasn't long at all. When I found out, it was a wrap. Because we were together, I'm 40 now. I was 18 and he was 19 when we were together. We were in college, sweethearts or whatever. Got married like 8 years later, married for almost 10 years, and then he was cheating, so you gotta go. Like, we have a whole family, a dog, picket fence and shit, like pool and shit. Like, we got a real life here, so I wasn't with that. Like, I wasn't with a girl thinking that it was okay to whatever. Yeah, that you had somebody thinking that it was okay to just disrespect me. Nah, I was out. As much as I did want to make my family work in the moment, I just had to be out. Like, that's just my pride. I'm a Leo, if you didn't guess that by now. My pride would not let me stay at all.
Can I ask the ladies in the room a question just by a round of applause?
Okay, go ahead.
Is infidelity unpardonable? If you believe infidelity is unpardonable, round of applause.
Unpardonable. Could you define that, please?
Meaning that you can't forgive him if a man cheats on unpardonable.
Sorry, gotcha. That you can't forgive?
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, are we talking about husband or boyfriend?
No. We're gonna talk about. We're talking about in the context. Hello. In the context of marriage.
Oh, they ready. Y'all need to talk about this topic?
Yeah. We can see, that's that lightning rod shit. I bring the lightning rod shit.
It just happened.
Okay, now ladies, round of applause. If you're married, do you believe that infidelity, you wouldn't be able to pardon that? You couldn't move beyond that. Round of applause if you think you could not.
Oh, just one.
Okay.
One out of like 60.
Now let's qualify it. Does it matter? Would it make it harder for you to deal with it if people knew he did it? Round of applause.
Now you're asking that because sometimes people do it out of image?
I think some people, I personally believe things are easier to move beyond
when it's private.
Because it's the disrespect. It's sometimes it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah, and who you do it around. Okay,
because
fair.
if sometimes when you the last one to know, all your girls know that your man fucking around because he's sloppy with the shit. It's hard to forgive him because not only do you gotta forgive him, your girls gotta forgive him, your mama gotta forgive him.
It is true because we're like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so that's interesting that you asked the ladies. When really, I would like to ask the guys. Okay, so the ladies were asked, and 1 out of 60, 50 said that they would not forgive infidelity. Fellers. So, who in here, the question was, would not forgive infidelity if you were cheated on? Fellas. 2? 3? I thought it was more because there's like a double standard really, because your ego is crushed. Like so he did it like me? Like you're already wondering like, what was it like? Like for how long? And it's a whole thing where you actually sometimes can't get past the inadequacy that you're feeling. Right? But I actually thought there was more. So wait, either we got folks in here that are forgiving, or we got a hell of cheaters going on where like, as long as you don't know, then I don't know, and we ain't talking about it.
But you know what?
Which one is it? I'm a little...
But I'm going to tell you something, T. I think a lot of this shit is situational. You know what I mean? Like, a man would be like, nah, I could forgive her if I was fucking around. Like, if I was fucking somebody else and she was, maybe I could deal with that. Because I was fucking somebody too, so.
I actually would forgive, okay, so in marriage, because in dating, no, absolutely not. But in marriage, for however long it has been, I may be able to forgive like a oopsie doopsie, but I can't do like a whole like 17 months. You know what I mean? Like, y'all been kicking it. Like, you got the same hotel room. I mean, like it's a whole ongoing affair. That I don't think I can forgive. But I can forget maybe I can forget a oopsie doopsie.
That's the point I was getting at.
Okay.
Like, and the other point I was getting at too, it's hard to put yourself in the position until you're in the position.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because depending on how much water is under the bridge,
okay,
will let you know if you want to repair the bridge. Okay. You see what I'm saying? Like, that person could have been a good person to you, whatever like that. And like you said, it was a momentary lapse. And the circumstances that happened, it was like that person was just human. They were just human. And then sometimes you look at yourself and say, honestly, I wasn't giving that person the attention they needed. They was crying out for it, and I wasn't giving it to them. And I'm not blaming myself, but I know I had a part to play in it, and I'm prepared to do better so that doesn't happen.
Oh yeah,
and that's, I think a lot of times that might be what's missing in this generation, the long-suffering portion of I'm going to be in a relationship and understanding that everybody comes into this relationship being human and that's coming real. With different things with them.
All right, next one. That opposites attract. I think that's a lie that we were told. I truly believe that similarities produce longevity. Anybody disagree with me?
I disagree with you.
You believe that opposites attract?
Yeah, broke women talk to me all the time.
Okay.
Get thee behind me! Bad credit.
Okay, let me get this right. Okay, so you got a few coins. We'll say. You got a few coins. And you attract women that don't work or just want your money? What are we saying in terms of broke, bro?
I'm bullshitting with you. They do, but this community.
Oh, I didn't know.
You always want to be the doctor.
Okay,
Can I say something funny sometimes and just let it ride without you trying to analyze it?
You actually can really attract people that don't have the money. That's a real thing.
I do, but I don't want to get into it because it's online.
Okay. Are they here? Oh, it's online? Oh, that's true.
Some people, they start cash apping you for no reason. That cyber begging is fucked up.
Okay, here we go. This is a lie. This is a lie, for sure. Once a cheater, always a cheater. It's a lie. I don't believe that. I personally do not believe that. I know someone that has cheated multiple times on their exes and that has not cheated in certain relationships. I'll say that.
Leave L Blaze alone. Why do you bring this man's business to this stage every fucking month? Every month you bring this man's business to the stage. Unbelievable. That's my friend. That's my friend.
It was a friend that I was talking about, a guy that I know.
I could tell when you talk about him because you get careful with your words and shit. Like, he has it in now.
Okay, maybe. So once a cheater, always a cheater. I don't believe that. I know someone that can do really good at cheating. You called me out, but that was good. That was hella good. But you all right. I do cheat. That was good. You've been around too long. You've been around too long.
Yes.
Okay, so once a cheater, always a cheater. Anybody actually disagree with me and you actually believe it's true? Shauna, they haven't been right here. Sorry. Who believes that is true? Once a cheater, always a cheater. Now, remember the way we go. You got it? The way we do this in drive-by therapy. If it's you can talk about you too. We always talking about everybody else when we talking about you. Once you're a cheater, you're always a cheater because you don't know how to not cheat. Make sure you also talk about you. All right, yes, ma'am. Let's go.
No, I don't cheat ever.
Oh, ever. Or you never get caught. Which one is it?
I don't cheat.
Because women don't get caught as much as men do. Okay, go ahead. So you believe once a cheater, always a cheater?
Yes, I do believe that.
Okay, and meaning that even if he cheated like on... Sorry, y'all. I got a little ADD. I literally can't concentrate when everybody else is talking. Okay, so you're saying if you got cheated on, if someone cheated back in high school, was honest with you about it, they're now 43, and you're literally going to judge them from that moment?
Well, okay, so if they cheated in high school, that's different, but...
What's different about it?
If it's been a certain amount of time that has elapsed.
Oh, a time, okay. So the cheating goes away after how long for you? 10 years, 15 years? 10 years, okay. So as long as he hasn't cheated in a decade, then you'll...
But you don't really know, because cheaters don't cheat.
She worse than the credit motherfuckers. The credit people let shit get off in 7 years. 10 years?
Oh, that's true. You can't even give them
10 years. You better than Equifax is what the fuck you trying to tell me.
That thing is, that's a powerful...
Men who are trying to cheat or who are willing to cheat, and they just, even whether they're cheating with me or with somebody else, they just cheated. They cheat.
Okay, but go ahead.
Hold on. So do you entertain those? Come on now.
Oh.
Come on now.
Oh.
Have you cheated with a cheater? Move your hand. Have you cheated with a cheater?
Oh, that's a yes. That's a hell yes.
Okay, so once a cheater, always a cheater. Because if you with a cheater, you cheated by injection. I'm done.
Don't speak in tongues. Don't play around.
I'm done with that.
Oh, you said you're done. I thought you
done with that. Talk about. She was so honest. So I ain't never cheated.
So she cheats.
Try to put the dimples on them, brother.
So she cheats in revenge. So do you not call it cheating when you do it in revenge?
Person, I have nothing to do with that. I didn't make...
Oh, you're the unicorn. Let me tell you all about the unicorn. Okay, you're the unicorn. So in the swingers world, let's just say, if you... Okay, so you're saying you don't mind being the other woman.
She's a facilitator.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm just saying, I have respect for...
Oh, look how she touches her chest. Like, that makes her innocent. Okay, so let's all touch our chest. So you're actually saying that as long as you're not in the relationship, but you're smashing Leroy, who is with Keisha, then you're not cheating? Is that what we're saying right now?
I don't... She's not my girlfriend.
She's not speaking English no more.
She said that she's not her girlfriend, so she don't have responsibility to Keisha, and she can put the titties on that man and be Bathsheba.
Bathsheba?
I'm not saying this is happening currently. I'm just saying the cheater has the responsibility to their partner.
Not to you. And you don't have any responsibility to them.
I'm not saying I'm not responsible. I'm just saying I would not do it.
But you have.
You know who I am? I'm Barbara. I'm calling her on the phone. Hey, this is Barbara.
Okay, so this is interesting. Who agrees with her that if you are the other person or Mr. or mistress, then it's not your responsibility to the spouse or partner to be faithful? Anybody agree with that?
You agree?
You agree?
I think y'all been there.
Okay, you mind talking about it? I would love, right there, right? I would love to hear. You never been to other women? This is a good discussion.
She said she don't agree, but she believes we've all been there.
Okay, so we all got a little karma that's gonna follow us.
Mm-hmm.
You said you don't agree, but you have been the other woman at least one time? Oh. Tell me if you could go back in your Rolodex. I don't know how far that was. If it was last week or in your early 20s. 2 years ago? 2 years ago? Oh, we got an agreement right here? Okay, I can't, did she explain,
She ain't explain nothing. Y'all letting her off the hook.
Oh.
Put it on your eyelashes that you ain't never cheat. On your eyelashes.
Not the flamingos. I like to call them things flamingos. Not the flamingos. Put it on your eyelashes. Okay, so she has done it. Okay. The question is, how long ago was it? No, I got a question. How long ago was it?
That was the other woman, or did I cheat?
That you were the other woman. Come on. Okay, so already you already said some of us can co-sign, right? So let's believe that half of us can co-sign what you about to say. So just keep it real. How long ago were you the other woman?
And we online, huh? Oh, okay.
You all right?
I would say...
Okay, it was recent, sister.
I feel that I still am the other woman because I'm a businesswoman. I don't have
Oh, this is happening right now. You still are the other woman.
Did you hear what she said?
I need to sit on the couch.
She said she is still the other woman because she's a businesswoman and she don't have time. You gotta listen to the whole thing.
She don't have time to commit? What she don't have time
She
for?
one of the city girls. You know they you gotta pay for it.
Okay, but for real, question, lady, yellow lady, are you saying that you don't have time for a relationship?
I mean, if it happens, it happens, but I just don't have time to commit 100%.
So, okay, so that's fair, you be honest with yourself. So all you have time is to give this brother 50% of you?
Just in and out.
Oh, just in and out. Okay, so it's a agreement about y'all just have casual sex.
That too, good conversation, but casual sex, yeah.
Casual sex, conversation while you're smashing? What do you mean conversation? The other woman is not around for conversation that long. Is that what we're saying?
I don't have time to hear the other issues or what they have.
You don't have time? Wait a minute, are you a little salty when it comes to relationships?
No, I'm not salty at all. It's just...
You don't have, what don't you have time for?
Just pillow talking.
So the question is...
No, I gotta move. She looking in my eyes too seductively.
Right, but maybe because she's used to being the other woman versus being the girlfriend.
You gotta
so
go
I'm wondering, would you ever, you really don't want to be anybody's number one, you just want to be their third, fourth, or fifth? She don't have time. What kind of clock in 24 hours you don't have, okay, but you only, okay, let me say it like this. So then you only have time to be somebody's other woman. You do not have time to be someone's girlfriend or wife. You only have time to be somebody's other woman.
I don't even look at it like that. I don't look at that.
No, I'm going to look at it like that because that's what it is. That's what I'm wondering. But I'm wondering, why do you only settle in that way? Do you not know you're worth even more than what you're giving?
You're right about that.
Okay, as long as you, okay, so you got the card up there. Because at some point should get old. I don't care how good it is. It's going to get old if you ain't nobody really checking for you. Because homeboy is only checking from 11 to 1 in the morning. You see what I'm saying? That's lame after a while.
But sometimes, I don't know.
But we got to sometime, because some of us are co-signing. I'm just saying, at some point, we going to get past this. I want you to.
You're right.
Because you got to be better than a hoe. That's a hoe. Okay? And you're more than a hoe. If you just said that you're a businesswoman, right? Then you're more than a hoe. And all day, I've been one of the, what is it? Anybody ever been a hoe before? Y'all okay with the word hoe?
Oh my God.
Okay. Anybody ever been, oh, you don't want to be a hoe? you don't want to be called
Tasha.
that? Oh, we don't use that word?
Tasha.
Okay, you can step away. Y'all give it up for the yellow lady that was honest.
Oh my God.
Okay. This got me fired up. We can't just be the other woman. But I get it.
Tasha,
Okay, sorry.
You calling the patrons hoes?
No, but I said I've been there before. I'm not just clowning her. I just refuse to ever be a hoe.
You ain't gonna be a hoe no more?
But it was a hoe on purpose. You know, you're on purpose.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
She a hoe with a purpose. You not listen. You wasn't listening to what she was saying.
I heard everything she said.
She's a businesswoman, and she has time allotted for in and out, like the burger. And she don't have the time to mess with.
She didn't say in and out.
She did
That's
say in
all
and out.
she had time for was
She
in
said
and out.
in and out.
But it ain't even gonna stay in.
It's in
sometimes
and
it can be better when it stays.
But the thing is, what she's explaining to us is that
Okay.
she doesn't have the time to deal with the baggage
It's all right.
of
She's not
other
gonna be there
people.
long. We're not gonna let her be there long. Are we table in the back? No. As her sisters of accountability, we're not gonna let her stay there long. Okay, right here. We got Callie in the front.
You know what?
Okay, go ahead.
She's performing a ministry and you blocking her blessing. Leave her alone. We need hoes.
That's the whole ministry?
That's the whole. They are before the praise dancers.
Oh, don't
and
do that.
after the praise team, the hoes. That's the
No,
ministry.
that is not ministry.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
When your moral compass is on point and your girl, I started with if your moral compass is on point.
Okay, so she agrees with you. This was an agreement.
Yes.
Agreement of once a cheat. What are we on? Once a cheater, always a cheater?
I got you.
Oh, no. Okay, got you.
I
Go
got
ahead.
you. When your moral compass is upside right, your girl tribe connected is on point, then you don't mess with Keith knowing that there's a Keisha. But if you find yourself on the other side of that equation, I don't have no business calling Keisha because her commitment is not to me. So to that extent, I agree with her.
That's right. Don't be calling the side bitches. They leave them alone. They got nothing to do with it. Your man is the one that's straight. Deal with him. Leave her alone.
So we just don't acknowledge karma coming back around. We just not gonna acknowledge that.
Karma, chameleon. That's a song. Y'all fuck who you want to fuck.
Okay, go. Oh, Lord. Okay, yes, ma'am. She agrees. You got another co-signer. Yellow.
Okay, so
That is different. I'll give you that.
outside of the situation of are you with someone who is with someone else? Okay, outside of that,
Okay.
I am curious as to why it's not okay for her to be okay being what she said she wanted to be. If that's okay for her,
For me, you can ask me that.
Yes, I'm asking
Thank
you. Why is that
So
not
for me,
okay?
it was to not be that forever, to not stay there. But it isn't. If you saw that, there's a little moment that happened and she said, you're right. I do know my worth and I do want to be somebody's number one at some point. So I would say to you, for her purpose, I guess, in the purposes of her, as long as she's okay with it until she's not, right? Then this is where I'm coming in and saying, okay, let me help you get there. But you're right. Not everybody wants to be married. Not everybody wants to be in a relationship. And if she's okay with being a side broad, she just got to make sure she's really okay with being the broad on the side. Oh, it's harsh? Oh, because we don't use do we not use broads, hoes, broads, and mistresses?
People being sensitive.
What word do we use now? What's the language?
Trick.
Trick.
No?
The other woman?
The side
we're
boo
sensitive
thing.
to the mistress.
The side boo thing.
The mistress.
The
Okay, let's move
velvet
forward.
rubber.
Let's move forward. That was a good discussion. Okay, everybody okay? Y'all okay? Everybody okay? Okay. The lies we were told.
Let them woosah one time.
Let them woosah?
Yeah,
Okay.
They were hot on that one. They were hot.
You know, well,
You could always tell the former hoes in the room too. They were. They don't went over to the other side. Y'all used to be a hoe. Let the hoes live. Let the hoes live.
Okay. Let's do this one.
Whole fire hoe. Whole fire hoe. We're gonna have a step
Okay,
show.
I would like to go back to something that we touched on. Getting with somebody in the beginning.
Ladies and gentlemen, we can sing together, we just can't talk together. So let's if it's that important what you say to the table, please put your hand up. We'll bring the microphone over to
Do
you.
we already have some people that already have the thing that they would like to share that's the lie? Okay, so I got one more. Well, I got like 20, but let's do this one. I really do. It's real. Okay, so I would like to touch on something that the lady said with the glasses earlier about wanting to change a man. And the lie would be that you cannot change the person that you're with. Now, how long does it take you to realize that is the question. How long did it take you to realize that you can't change somebody? And what were you trying to change? So that would be the question. So either at the altar for the divorcees, or those who were just in a relationship for a year or two, and you really, in your mind, thought that they were going to change this. What was the this that you were wanting to change? So I understand the psyche of us thinking that somebody's going to change. Who's that?
Anybody want to?
Oh, they're not going to do it? Oh, they're not going to talk about it? Tell us why they're not going to talk about it, Cedric.
Because everybody just, you know, when they're in a setting like this, they're afraid that somebody gonna know somebody that knows somebody, tell somebody. So that's what it is. You know, but me and my queen, when we got married, I kind of just put it out there that some of the things that, well, the major thing that I'm not going to change. I'm just not gonna do it. I love her, and she loves me, and she had to come to terms with that, and I just leave my shoes everywhere in my house.
That's something you were not gonna change, that you're gonna leave your shoes everywhere in the house?
And I will come in my house, spitting out our shoes. We don't walk in our house with the shoes that we wear outside our home. We don't do that.
Okay.
But now my bedroom slippers and flip-flops, hell, I got about 5 pair, 10 pair of them just all over the house.
They just all over the house?
Absolutely.
Okay, and that's something that...
I'm not gonna pick them up, and I'm not gonna move them. So wherever I take them off, that's where they're.
So then, can I ask your queen, since you talked about it? So for you, how long did it take for you to realize that you couldn't change that?
About a year.
It took you a year? Because you would just fuss? How would you go about trying to get him to change?
I would fuss about it and sometimes trip over his shoes. And I just get to the point, I just move them myself.
Oh, and now you just move yourself?
Yeah.
And it don't change nothing about the relationship. Okay, now tell us a little something that you ain't gonna change that he wanted you to change.
I don't think I'm perfect.
Of course you are.
Don't you say shit.
Yes, she is.
That's right.
That's a happy
Good answer. People like to fuck on Thursdays. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer.
We do have a few that leave and get it in, for sure.
That's what it's supposed to do. That honesty.
The honesty really is sexy.
No, it's sexy. It turn you on.
Okay, so we're not going to talk about the things that you used to want the person to change? Okay, what about if it's in the past? This is funny. I never heard them quiet. This is weird. I don't know what that means.
I think they scared of the internet.
Okay.
What the fuck it is.
Okay, so go ahead. A-Guy has a question. Okay, that's okay. We'll go to the next one. We got 20.
Hi everyone, I'm A-Guy.
Hey, stylist. Fine stylist.
I'm not a man, I make babies, don't worry. So watch. My whole thing is,
yes.
At what point is it a compromise versus trying to change someone, right? Because like the cleansiness of a man, I think is sometimes just understood to be not likely or at all, right? I know I was involved with someone that grew up with the housekeeper. And
what was the last word? That what?
I was involved with someone who grew up with a housekeeper. So at no point
did
they
they had a
ever
housekeeper,
learn
okay.
or like let that be a thing, you know? So it's like to live with me now, I'm like, I ain't your maid. I ain't doing that shit, right? I ain't your mom. I ain't doing it. So at what point will you learn that I'm not that person? And it's not about changing the person, but it's just like adjusting. So is it a compromise or is it change or, you know what I mean?
So how long did you wait for it to change?
And I didn't. Like after a while, it's like something you just accept, but then you're upset about it.
Then you're resentful.
You know what I mean? Because it's like,
so tell me why, I'm just wondering, why didn't he hire a housekeeper?
And that would be the answer. Carry on, move on. But it wasn't.
But he didn't. Right, because if you're used to something and you're not going to change or adjust, then they need to.
Because I think that he thought that I was going to be the person to like.
Oh, that was his expectation at the altar.
See
Or
what
at
I'm saying?
the wherever.
Exactly. So say if that could happen out of the woman, because it's a woman thing.
Yeah.
Then that's who he would marry to just do it.
Oh, you didn't know.
I didn't know.
You didn't know. It's okay.
It was a setup.
We talked about that a few months ago about the gender role, that the expectation at the altar is a silent expectation of the other person. You had one too, but he had that for you.
But the clue was at the wedding when he had a vacuum cleaner right next to you. That was the clue.
Don't do that. Meaning that was the Christmas gift?
That was the clue.
That's messed up.
He went down on one knee with a dustbuster, gave it to you. That was the clue.
You would have been okay with the housekeeper, huh? Okay. Dang, I wish you knew that. But you only could go back.
Y'all women always want to change men, and it's amazing that y'all are not saying anything. Women always have something that nag them about men that y'all want a man to change, and y'all ain't in here like, that's cool that y'all think y'all men is perfect. That's good. You got something, sweetheart, over here? Yeah, okay, I got something. See, somebody gonna be bold and say
so
something.
we just want to talk about what you used to, what did you want to change?
You know that man need to cut his toenails.
Submission. Okay, so.
Oh, put it close to your mouth, sorry.
Submission. At what point?
You gotta eat the mic, boo, or we can't hear you.
Okay, at what point or rather, like she said, compromise as far as like you're in a marriage and all decisions have to go through the husband and the wife.
In your household, decisions have to go through the husband.
The husband and the wife can make no decision.
Okay, so ask the specific question because I don't talk in code. I don't even understand code. Like you gotta go to the specific. What is the specific situation? Oh, she not doing that?
She just wants to know, like.
But I can't answer. That's too generic. I don't know how to.
Like, give a scenario.
Give me a scenario.
Scenario.
Okay, go.
Football.
Football.
I have boys that play football.
Okay.
I might not like this particular part in the politics that goes on in the park, but my husband doesn't give me a voice to say, like, I don't like that. Let's put them over here where we don't have to deal with all the politics. Colleges. I want my kid to go to this college. Let's put them over here. But no, he has to have all the say in every decision that's being made in the house.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Has your voice ever been heard in your household?
Never.
Okay, so why did you allow that when dating?
I don't know.
Okay, so you guys get out. So I need to go to every little decision, but ain't nothing changed. So he's been the exact same from who he was, and his expectation was at the altar. You married it to think that you thought as his wife he would listen to you? Just in all honesty, is that the truth?
Or that I would be able at least, like, if I'm more active in the sports part, hear my voice. If I'm more active in the kids with the schooling, hear my voice. If I'm pushing and showing you that hello, I'm doing my part too. When is my voice being heard?
How long have you been married?
9 years.
9 years. Okay, 9 years of this. This has been the same.
Off
correct?
off and on.
9 years of him not listening to your voice. That's what I'm saying.
Basically.
Okay, and you're pretty. I can tell you're kind of defeated right now. Like it actually really hurts you, right? So I really want to be sensitive to this. It really bothers you that you don't feel heard in your household and haven't felt heard in 9 years. Okay, so I want to know. Is he like a real just a-hole? Like he doesn't want to hear you? Real question. And don't want to hear you? Or does he think like women, like it's your place to just be seen and not heard?
I think that's the way he was raised.
Okay, was he raised by a man or a woman?
His grandmother.
So his grandmother taught him that women are... His grandparents taught him this. Okay. So this is kind of indebted. This ain't going nowhere. Does he know how hurt it makes you feel?
Yeah, we bump heads a lot, and the thing is...
Nope, that ain't the answer. I didn't ask you about anger. Listen, because I like that you said that. So I want everybody to hear that. I asked, does he know if you're hurt? Her response, oh, your hair is so fly with the red locks, okay? I asked if he knows you're hurt. Your response was, we bump heads. I'm not asking about your anger. See, that's where we go. I'm talking about truly heart stuff. Does he know that it hurts you that he's this way?
He knows that it hurts me.
Okay, and then that's my first question. Is he just an a-hole and doesn't care?
No, he cares.
Okay, so he cares that he hurts you, but he ain't done nothing about it for 9 years.
Yeah, he tries to, sometimes he tries, but then he goes right back to that role again. Like, he tries to listen. Okay.
Like,
okay, well, I'll give you this one, but then he goes back to that same thing.
Anybody got something to help her with? I got a few things. Okay, you mind coming to the couch? Come on to the couch. We just here. This is the village. It's the village. The village is to help you. See, this is what the point is. It's not to shame you or make you feel guilty. It literally is to help you. It's the coolest thing ever. You are getting therapy for $10. You
Turn on
understand?
the light.
$10 whole dollars.
Light a candle. Yeah, we gonna, no. Yeah, just come on.
No, right here. Sit right here on the couch. It's the couch. Hey, boo. With your cute black dress. Okay, we appreciate it. Can you give that to her?
Yeah.
Okay, so, actually, I'm gonna come to the others, huh? I should have. Okay. So, everybody understand what's going on? So let me explain why I take this very seriously, right? We have a lot of fun, but like, I really love when the village can come together to help someone to obviously stay married, right? Yeah. To stay married. Okay, so, possibly we can try to help her. So, who's here to help? Who's here to help? Go ahead.
Come on.
Oh, yeah. First off, I just want to say, it sounds like he hasn't been accustomed to an assertive, like not saying that you're not assertive, but he hasn't been accustomed to an assertive woman. And that it's very normal for him to interact with someone the way he does. I'm not defending how he does, but has there ever been a time where you've been assertive to him? And like, how has he responded to it?
I'm actually learning to be more assertive. Yes. I'm learning, and that's why I said we bump heads a lot now, because I'm more assertive. Sometimes I just make decisions and don't care how he feels about it.
Okay, no, we don't want to go to I don't care, because that's a little salty, right? But it's possible to say, babe, this is what I would like to do, and I really am hoping that you can support me on it. You see how you can change it versus I don't care? Because you actually do care. You do care. Let's not do that, y'all. I call that just the reality show mess of I don't care, I'm so salty. Like, who cares? You're not getting ratings. This is your real household.
I don't care, but I mean,
you do care.
I try to be more like, if you don't want to hear my voice, I'm going to put it there. You got to hear it.
We got to get you to be assertive and not aggressive. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Assertive and not aggressive. Yes, sir.
When you talk to him, it should be in a neutral place. Try to get it someplace where it's neutral, where you both can actually hear one another, because it sounds like you're talking at him and he's talking at you instead of you all are talking at each other. And what I mean by that is that you can say what you feel, but he's not hearing what you're saying, and in turn he can be saying things back to you, but because he's not hearing the things that you're saying, nobody's listening. But not a lot of times when that happens, that's in a comfortable place where you might get frustrated or he might get frustrated, you walk away and the situation is still there. But if you have a conversation at a neutral place, someplace where you actually have to be able and then say, listen, I'm bothered when you do this. It hurts me when I say this and I don't have, not a voice, but you're not hearing what I'm saying. So if you start the conversation off like that, then he'll I'm not saying that he will, but possibly he'll listen to what you're saying, and then in turn, before you finish your question, say, and how does that make you feel knowing this about me? So you say what you feel and then ask him a question so you can start the dialogue. But it can't be in the living room where y'all always fussing. Or it can't be in the bedroom where you're always fussing, because it's going to always end up the same. You're just going to always just be where you are.
You got that? That was good. Come on now. There was another brother. Ladies, brothers, to help. Oh, yes, you were next. You listening? Okay, I want you to be listening.
I mean, sounds like there's a breakdown in communication. When I say breakdown in communication, when you are having that conversation with him about what you don't like, it can't be a combative conversation. It has to be, I don't like this because this situation, or
I statements versus you statements. That's what you're saying, right? You ain't right versus I feel. That's what you're saying, right?
That's not me.
That
when
makes
I conversate with him. That's not me. And as far as
what's not you? You don't say I
I
statements.
don't say that I don't like this, or I do. Well, how about we put the kids at another park? How about I do that? I do it. I suggest. I don't say what we gonna do.
That's a good tone.
Do. I don't say
you don't do the you.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, but tone is a big thing. Tone and face. Oh, I learned this. I have learned this in the last 5 years. Okay, This ain't just for you. This is for every woman in here that likes men. Because if you like women, we'll have a whole nother show on that. Okay? So with women that like men, right? So they literally respond to our face. Do y'all know this? We may not even go off on them yet, right? But our face has already cussed them out. So they are already like removing themselves from even getting close to us, going around the neighborhood 18 times before they come home, listening to 18 more songs right in the garage because they don't want to come in because they don't want to see the face. And am I right, fellas? So the face speaks like volumes. That's number one. And the other thing is tone. So tone is a really good thing. I have a deep voice, kind of raspy, kind of manly, it's really low, especially when I'm pissed off. I don't really talk like this, but I have learned when the tone is higher, when the frequency is a little higher, and you lift your eyebrows, it's like, so honey, that really made me mad, right? First it's like, that made me mad, right? Right? So it's deep, like, so your inner Debo doesn't work. It doesn't work. Your inner Debo doesn't work. It's a thin line.
You don't want to be patronizing. You don't want to come across patronizing with the honey.
Oh, true. You still want it to be genuine, but we sometimes need to take up the frequency. Go ahead.
What? Because she was telling me something. The situation is not, her situation isn't a combative one. Her situation is, he's living an autonomous life away from, so he just makes autonomous decisions, and then when she tries to correct the decisions, he continues being autonomous, like she's just there. So that's right. So it's not like they're having a back and forth, and even her tone or whatever. He's making autonomous decisions about their life, and she's just a passenger. So that's the situation. So give her stuff for that. She's a passenger in her life, right? Okay.
I have a question for her. Did you just now start opening your mouth and talking about how you feel?
Just started
so you've been silent through the whole relationship. You just let him do what he's been doing.
I haven't let him do, but I learned
anyway,
what I had to go to therapy to learn how to use
so
my
now you
voice
got your voice
to be more assertive.
But the problem is that he doesn't see your voice yet.
No.
It's a way. And another question is, how do you communicate with him, like on a daily basis?
Side conversation. Try to bring him down, y'all. Just whisper. Go ahead.
What kind of communication do you have, like now that you have a voice? Does he try to say, well, okay, I'll think about it, or he just says, okay, whatever you say, I'm gonna still go do it?
No, he doesn't whatever me, but he, like I said, sometimes he'll like, okay, I'll try it this way, but then he'll still go back to the dominant male, the alpha male, like he'll go back to him.
But when you notice that, you need to bring him back into reality and say, listen, let's talk about this again before he does it again, because what's gonna happen is that you're gonna become silent again, and then eventually gonna get frustrated and say, I'm done, and be resentful about it. And then one day you might make a trip and don't come back. It happens.
What happened to you? Your mom, she made a trip and never came back.
She came back and she voiced my dad. So yeah.
That's because he wouldn't listen to her voice?
He muted her. She became a mutant. So whatever he said went. So when she decided to get a voice, he was like, oh, now you want to talk? I'm not trying to hear it. So she went on a trip to New York to see her sister. She came back and said, I want a divorce.
But let's.
Woo, don't make the trip yet. Don't make the trip yet.
But let's.
That's real though. She's the daughter of what this really happened.
No, that's true. But what I'm saying is, let's take in consideration, right, that when we're in relationships, what we've allowed in the relationship has currency. That's 9 years worth of currency that she allowed him to dominate, to be who he is. It ain't gonna take one conversation to turn a ship around. It's like turning a ship around in the ocean.
The whole ship.
It takes a long time to turn a ship around. So what you should do is, first of all, when he does those things and try to include you, acknowledge that he's trying. Acknowledge that you respect that he's trying. But also acknowledge that it is hard for him to be someone different because you accepted him for who he was. And now you're saying in 9 years later, I don't like this. I'm not accepting this. I'm not happy with this. When he thought You bought him lock, stock, and barrel. We made a family together. My leadership, you've been under my leadership. And I thought that and especially if you have a good life, which you do, right? And you love him, right? And you've loved him all this time as he is, and he may feel betrayed. Let's look at what he may feel. Like, I'm living with a woman for 9 years. She's accepted me for who I am. He might not have ever had a woman like you.
You took off the glasses and everything, huh?
Because I'm just saying that we have to understand that there's two sides to everything.
Oh no, we know there's both sides.
I'm just saying that, and we have to take responsibility for how we got places, because things aren't done to us, right? Things aren't done to us, right? So when we accept that I have a part to play in this, and when he's trying to change, let's bring him into the change. All right, bro.
All right, I gotta take off. It's been a long day, guys. I do other work outside of this stuff. So I want to say, first off, it's great that you are looking to find your voice, and it's great that you sought therapy to do so and to have this type of outlet. I think that's very important. I think what I've heard a lot of people, not a lot, but what I've heard people talk about, kind of similar to what we talked about at the very beginning about changing our partner, because most of the advice that I've heard is about changing him and not really focus on what she could do to change or at least shift herself. And I think that's the most important thing, because she's the one that's reacting to this situation. He's not. Yeah, but he's not here. Like, she's the one that's physically, she's the one that's here looking for advice and looking for a way to better herself. This guy, to what we know, is not going to change at this point in time, and who knows how long he's going to change. So, sorry to cut you off, but what I'm saying is, as you work on finding out what your voice is, like, find out what that really looks like. Like, honestly ask yourself, when I get this voice that I want to have, like, what does it look like when I interact with this man? And the more that you work on shifting yourself and reacting to him differently, I promise you over time, he will learn to adjust to you. Like, that's like a genuine thing. It just comes with you being consistent in who you are becoming as a person.
Yeah. Which that was nice. What you said as far as like, well, for me, the therapy is not for him. It's for me.
Exactly.
It's me changing me.
Exactly.
And basically, I think somebody said it out there earlier as far as like us changing. Everybody goes through changes. For me, I felt like I was the same person. We've been together 13 years. For 13 years. And in the last 2 years with therapy, I've been trying to really change me. He doesn't like the change. The kids don't like the change. Nobody likes the change, but I love the change.
Right, because it's different.
Yes, I love the change. And it's because nobody likes it, because before I never had a voice. So I'm not using my voice with aggression. I'm actually more calmer, because the old me would hit, and I'm no longer doing that. So yeah, I'm not like forcing my change on him, and I'm not expecting him to change because I'm changing. But
so there was one thing I want to do, and you've been great. One thing that Rayzor said that I want to reiterate. So this is actually a really real way to help someone to do the things that we would like them to do. But I don't like to use the word manipulate. But did y'all hear how I kind of said that? That if you actually could do some positive reinforcement. So when he does it, if it's one time every week or one time every month, to just say, thank you, baby. I really appreciate you listening. Like, I really love it when you value my opinion. Like, that sounds kind of corny in your mind, but it actually, yeah, keep that going. And he actually will like, in my mind, as long as he's not a complete a-hole, he will like that you're acknowledging that he's trying. But y'all get what I'm saying, why I'm saying that? And sometimes that whole like, I don't want to be like this, this ain't Dr. Phil, like whatever the thought is of why you just can't be vulnerable with your own man, hello, that's a problem. But to actually acknowledge that he's doing something well may be the way that he gets there. So y'all give it up for Miss Black and White right here. You did well.
You did very well. I'm gonna take you back. Take it back.
Okay,
back.
So I had another lie that we were told, but I want to kind of go out into the audience about what lies you were told. The next one that I had was, okay, so in relationships, we're kind of told that the next step is moving in. And then the next step would be what? Marriage. But nowadays, in 2019, what usually happens kind of between dating and moving in? Wait, what she said? Taking it, children! Take you to Walmart? This one right here. Children! Sometimes children happen in the midst of moving in, and so because you have the kids and you're moving in together, then you think that the next step is marriage. That's a lie. That doesn't always happen that way. Anybody can co-sign that? Oh, you gotta.
It don't never happen. Marriage don't happen.
Not never. I can't say never, but it doesn't equal.
Right after the kids, before the move in, is child support. You forgot that part.
Oh, I forgot the child support.
Yeah, you forgot. Don't forget child support.
Moving kids. He's a little salty about that child support. Right there, Rayzor. Okay, so go ahead. The idea of what is next, like it's sometimes kind of this silent expectation that we have, all people, sometimes men and women, more women in that way, but that if I move in, then he'll eventually see who I am and he'll want to marry me, or if I take care of his kids, or she's a great mother. I've heard this. I heard this 5 years ago. He said, she's such a great mother to my children that's why I want to marry her. And I just thought how that is just the most opposite way that it used to be 50 years ago, but he really felt for her because she was a great mother to his children. Okay, let's go. So do you think that it's the next thing? You could agree or disagree. I think it's a lie that it is that way.
About the kids?
About period, that after dating then equals possibly kids, and after kids means moving in, and after moving in means marriage. Like, I don't think any stage equals the other stage. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think so either, but it's not even about the kids. I'm just going to go back to the topic at hand, which is
the lies you were told.
The lies that I was told.
Yeah, go ahead. We can do that.
The lies that I was told was, you know, if you suck a nigga dick every day on schedule.
Oh,
you know
okay.
What I'm saying?
Is everybody ready? Hold on. We got to put our seatbelt on.
Are you ready?
She dropped it.
Y'all ready?
Okay, she dropped it.
Are y'all ready?
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. I stay ready, boo. Okay, hold on. Wait, Pinky, you want to come? Does she want to come up here? Does Pinky need to come to the house?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you all right?
I'm all right here.
Okay, okay, so start over. We're ready. Everybody ready? Inhale, exhale, seatbelt. Okay, once we slide the knob. Okay, go ahead. What you got to say?
The lies that we were told.
Okay, go ahead. Say it right now.
That knob every day on schedule, on quarter, sucking dick. That nigga, you know, coming through the door, nigga. What's up? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, just ready.
That this will last forever. That this will last forever.
Okay.
This will last forever.
Am I gonna say this on my?
Did I do something wrong? Did I drop my teeth on your hand? Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, what happened in between? You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I'm ready. Okay, yes. Okay, so, okay, so I gotta repeat what you said for the people. Facebook, okay, so Facebook, you can answer this. Are we ready, producer? Okay, so Facebook is gonna help us with this. So the question is, where he at now? Okay, this is personal. We're about to go.
Very personal.
It's he didn't stay, and she slid the knob often. Okay,
she got
so
broke mileage.
She got broke mileage. Okay, here we go. Okay, we ready, producer? Okay, so Facebook, please help us with this. Comment on the live about, so the lie is that
if you suck his dick every day on schedule through the door, that he will last forever.
Yes, so do you agree with that or do you not agree with that? That slobbing the knob sometimes doesn't keep him. Okay, so let me know what happened. Okay, so I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready.
You ready for the lie?
Okay, I need her to be, because we got to go back, because it's personal.
We got to come back, baby.
Okay.
We back.
Okay, so I'm going to say slop the knob. You can say suck dick. It's all day, however you like to feel it. No, I'm not telling you what to say. I'm just telling you what I'm saying.
We Brooklyn.
I used to like to say stick the duck. Stick the duck. I used to say that. Stick the duck. That was fun. I used to say that a long time ago. Okay, here we go. So, slobbing the knob, you would do it often. And daily, I'm assuming, okay, Pinky. Okay, so you would slob the knob daily?
On schedule.
I don't know what that means.
You waking up before you go to work, nigga. Before you wake up and take that.
Okay, so you had a morning routine and an evening routine. Okay. And how long? Okay, y'all, I got ADD for real, not for fake. Okay, for real. Like I can't concentrate. Okay. Okay, so you had a morning and evening routine that you made sure he was pleasured well. How long were you guys together before he went astray? Before he left. How long did he stay? Yeah, I was gonna ask. That was my next question. Because there's a class. If we have to have a fellatio class, we can. Okay, let's go. No, see, this is real. Everybody does not, number one, enjoy oral sex, enjoy giving oral sex, usually receiving, right? And you may not know what you're doing. We can't always assume that. Just because you're doing it doesn't mean it's good. But you actually enjoy it, which I want to co-sign. I want to co-sign one part of specifically what I was about to say is that just wanting to do it is actually the most attractive. Would you guys agree with it? Just the fact that they want to, right? So already you're getting 50% of the way. She might be doing it. Okay, we got Auntie. We got Auntie on the side. Can you get the mic? Auntie. Rayzor, can you give her the mic real quick?
I'm not dropping my mouth on no nigga dick unless he's enjoying it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
okay.
You gotta be enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm not gonna keep doing nothing unless
Okay. Can you go to Auntie? Can you go to Auntie?
I gotta go to Auntie.
Okay, go to Auntie.
But hold up, y'all. Hold up.
Okay, so.
Hold up. Y'all gotta calm down a little bit. We don't went up top.
We went up top.
So we move from Little Kim. We move from Little Kim to Lady Patra. Come in, Patra. Come in, Patra.
Auntie.
Top body dick suck now. Top body dick suck.
Auntie.
So you might be giving it and you are enjoying it. But is that what he's enjoying it? But are you? Make sure. Listen.
It's got to be about you as well.
You damn right. That's right. It gotta be about you wanting to do it. When you suck a nigga dick, it's different levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels to sucking dick. You know,
Oh, God. Okay.
But, you know what I'm saying? It's a nigga who just want to suck it. You want to get his dick sucked. You know what I'm saying?
Hold up. I need y'all to hit the levels. Hold up.
Okay.
Quiet down.
Are we?
She about to give the levels now. Now listen. If you need to take out your phones to the memo so you can write them down.
Okay,
Look at the levels.
Okay, so there's different levels. How many levels are there? Go slow. How many levels are there? Oh, Stefan.
I don't know how many levels are there, but I know it's like, okay, if a nigga wants you to suck his dick and you don't want to suck his dick, it's like, god damn, you not gonna get this head, bitch. Like, I'm gonna just suck your shit and my mouth ain't even gonna be wet.
But what's the level? The level is not wanting to? The level of not wanting to. So we're starting with the not wanting to.
Right, if you don't want to suck a nigga dick.
Okay, we got that. We got what we're talking about. Level 2. What's level 2?
Level 1 is scary.
Level 1 is scary. You're a little scared.
Scary. Level 2 is amateur.
Okay, level 1 is I'm
Level 1 is
scared.
scary.
Level 2 is amateur, so you don't really know what you're doing.
Now they talk.
Okay, what's level 3? What's level 3?
Level 3 is
been
around the block. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Been around the block.
Okay, level 3 was what? Sorry?
Been around the block.
Beating around the block?
No, been around the block. Not a hole, but like you've been around the block. You know.
Okay, so you know a little something to keep it wet. Put your hands on it.
Boss bitch.
So 3 is not scared. 4 is
boss bitch.
Oh, 4 is the boss.
Boss bitch.
Okay.
You lick that shit. You lick this.
Okay, so you really enjoy it and you're good at it.
No.
You enjoy it.
No, you're just good at it.
You're good at it.
4 is you're good at it.
5.
5
is you love it and you're good at it.
5 is drop the mic. Cause number 5 is you love it. You think about that.
Okay, let's go back to the lie. Now that y'all got that level 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now that we're
Hold
here.
on, but level 6, level 6 is you come sucking dick.
Oh, that is true. That you actually get turned on by performing oral sex. That's true. That can be a level 6. That was a good level. I like that level. Okay, so.
Hold on.
Okay. Oh
There's
my
a
God.
lot of people in here
Okay,
sucking dick now.
No, they're not sucking it. They might like it.
Oh, he might like it. Okay, come on.
Oh God. Here we go.
This is actually.
All right. Thank you, Pinky, for dropping this topic. Okay. This lie. Go ahead, Quinn.
So this is actually interesting because I spoke to someone about this not too long ago. So, and what we talked about.
A little closer to the mic.
And what we talked about was that if you're always willing to do service all the time, and that person's not reciprocating to you, you're just at a certain point you're used goods, and that person's like, okay, this person's always gonna be doing this for me, then I can always find something else to do for me if I.
Oh, that's a good question. Okay, so you just raised a good question. So is he, Pinky, was he reciprocating your morning and evening routines? Was it reciprocating? Oh, you said of course?
Yes, of course.
Okay, because that's true. At some point, it shouldn't be one-sided. So you were reciprocating.
Nothing. That was the routine.
Okay, I'm about to ask another question.
It's
So of
routine.
course, okay, no, hold on. So she still didn't answer how long before it was over.
How long?
So you did the morning and evening routine.
Year and a half.
A year and a half, and then what happened?
What happened? Who left?
I don't know.
No, he left because she's salty. You're salty. You're salty. Let's be clear. So you were slobbing the knot for a year and a half, morning and evening.
Dr. Tasha tried to come for you.
No, I didn't come for you. That's the truth, did it? This is the truth. Side by them is just going to give you the truth.
I'm not going to say that he left or I left.
So he left after a year and a half.
Finances came into play. You know what I'm saying? Finances came into play, and it was no more about, nigga, I'm sucking your dick, you eat my pussy, and you making my ass fat, and that shit's over with. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So after a year and a half, he matured to want more than just.
Want more than just that. You know what I'm saying?
And then why didn't you level up?
Level up as
So I understand that you were fulfilling his sexual needs, right? So check that box.
Right.
And then you're saying his needs changed and he wanted more than that.
No,
so why didn't you?
I was saying the finances got crazy. I didn't even want to do that no more. You know what I'm saying? My bills need to be paid. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, you dropping your dick in my throat.
Oh, so the real question is, okay, wait, hold on.
That dick to the dealership. What you driving out with?
Pause. Okay, so it really takes a year and a half for you to. Okay, hold on. So the question is, thanks for
Everybody.
Okay, thank you for breaking it down like this. Everybody understand what's going on? So my question is, why did it take you till a year and a half to want more?
Because it kept me coming. What the hell? You know
Okay,
what I'm
but then why was it enough? Why was it enough for a year and a half?
This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to finances, I'm A-okay. The only nigga could do for me right now is make me come. You know what I'm saying? Now after that, you making me come for a year.
So wait, you want a boyfriend or you just want a fuckboy? Like, I don't understand here.
I wanted a sex slave.
So wait, pause. No, let's be clear. So do you want, no, this is
She
a
said
real
she want a
question.
sex slave.
For real or for fake? I'm
That's what she just said. She wants a sex
So
slave.
you really don't want a relationship.
That was then.
How long ago we talking?
No, see,
where are we
the
right
topic
now?
of discussion is the lies we was told about relationships.
And the question was, which is why I was trying to help.
Okay,
Why isn't sucking enough knobs gonna keep the brother around?
Okay.
That was the question. And so the answer is because I guess the reason why it wasn't enough was because you actually left and it wasn't enough for you.
No, she said the finances was fucked up because FPL don't mean fellatio upon lock. FPL mean the light cut off. Right, and nobody pussy when the light lock off. Oh, you can't fuck me like dark.
So she was over it. So I thought it was because he left you. That's what you said, that he left you. I thought he left you. Right? That was how we said it. You said, why wasn't it enough to keep him?
Right.
So I thought he left you, but you're saying you left also. You stopped being
I
interested.
feel like it was a mutual agreement. You know what I'm saying? Just arguments just came into play. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But if you really just want a sex slave, then why does it matter about his finances?
It don't matter for me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it mattered for him.
It mattered for after a year and a half of fucking and sucking, you know what I'm saying?
It gets old. Okay, that's back to what I was talking to the young lady about earlier with the yellow one. That at some point it gets old. Okay, y'all give it up for Pinky for keeping us entertained for real. We love you. Okay, we got two. She said, suck it and fuck it.
Suck it and fuck it.
So,
DJ and the bear keep trucking.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, part of her, I'm gonna answer a little bit of it, but I'm gonna tell it in a lie that we were told.
Oh, lie that you were told. Go ahead. Please, I want to hear it.
So the lie is, never let Lefty know what Righty's doing.
Never let your left hand know what the righty's doing. Okay, that's a little biblical. So where we going with this?
So
I
she's
thought
saying
we talking
like
about
she was doing
masturbation.
everything all this time, and the finances, everything. But if he's in a relationship and he's not letting her know what's going on with him, if he's not letting her know about his finances, if he's not being open and honest with her about everything.
Oh, I see, which is why that was a lie. Because you need to tell the left and the right to know what's going on.
Exactly.
Oh, because it came so late into the relationship, a year and a half. Well, her focus was horizontal. It wasn't vertical. That's number one, right? And so once she was a little vertical, then she had these conversations and he wasn't enough. And I guess he wasn't enough for her.
It has to be
Okay,
both ways.
never let the lefty know what the righty's doing. That's the lie that we got to talk about it all. Good one. Next lie.
If you in a relationship, if you just fucking, left don't gotta know what right doing.
Right, if it's casual sex all day. So we talking about relationships, they need to know.
Right.
Casual sex, it don't matter.
When the dynamic change though, and that's what happens.
Wait, hold on though, because if we doing it raw, if lefty and righty are getting it in raw, we may need to have a conversation.
Yeah, lefty gotta have a glove on.
Right, because lefty might get herpes from righty.
Oh shit.
Oh, we can't talk about herpes talk at the drive-by.
People
This is how real it gets. I'm just saying,
herpes don't go to Rasta pasta.
Oh. She said, let's talk about chlamydia, not herpes. We just need a couple of pills to go away.
Oh my God.
It's easier to talk about chlamydia than herpes.
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, but at some point, even casual sex needs to have a conversation or some accountability.
Enjoy your shrimp with the chlamydia. Enjoy your shrimp.
Oh, don't do that. Okay, another lie you were told. Grandma told you, dad told you.
You got some on your thing. Jump off
Oh,
the
I got
line.
hella things.
Jump
on my
off
thing.
one.
Y'all don't have one?
No.
Oh, this is interesting.
Jump
Okay.
off one. Jump off the lie off the page.
Oh, what time is it?
Let's see what time it is.
Okay, let's do a good 10 more minutes. Thank y'all.
She got
you got
one.
one? Okay, go ahead. A lie that you were told.
So I'm from a...
You gotta eat the mic.
I just got some tips on the levels. I don't know if I'm there yet.
Oh, yeah.
But
evening and morning routine. He's taking a sip on that. There's nothing wrong with the evening and morning routine.
No, the big lie I was told, because especially coming from like a Caribbean family, was he always has to be the provider.
He always has to be the provider is a lie.
That's a lie. That's
from 1953. Is that why it's a lie? Because it's an old school tradition.
It's not even old school. It is the way it is. Like if you go to your family or your husband, your mom, and you're talking to him about like your partner, one of the first questions is, what does he do?
Yep. That's true.
What does he do? Because that is an assessment of can he provide for you.
So the question, tell me why it's a lie, meaning can he provide everything? That's not a need. Can he provide?
But providing financially is often put above providing emotionally.
Oh, good one.
That's a big lie that's often told.
When really all that money in the bank in a household that's empty or not talking to each other, nobody really wants that. The lie is that he doesn't have to just be the provider.
He doesn't have to just be the provider.
Financially. He needs to be the provider for both.
Exactly.
Okay, anybody disagree with that? That the man does not have to be the provider? Okay, I'm coming.
But she said, but financial provider doesn't have to be the sole financial provider.
However you hear it, she said that's a lie. That the man does not have to be the sole provider. I just saw somebody right here. Where did he go? Was he being funny? Oh, Jermaine?
They eating Dutch.
Oh, he really left? Oh, he got me. Oh, it's okay. You got one? That the man has to be the provider. Darn it, you got one? Oh, hell. That's not true. Okay, let's go. That's all we're talking about.
It's 2019. If I say right now that a woman is stronger than me, she gonna say, oh, you can't hear me? I apologize. So it is 2019. In 2019, if I say I'm stronger than a woman, she gonna look at me and say, no, you not. So therefore, we are 50-50. Therefore, what you do,
You a whole lie.
I'm not a whole lot, because the way things go nowadays, everybody wants to be equal. Everybody wants to be looked at on the same playing field. So on that same playing field, we must be looked at as equals. So there's not no such thing no more. This is not 1970, 1980. This is 2019. So if you want to be equal, we have to be equal on all playing fields.
You're right. It's not 1970. It's 2019. We're going into 2020. And that playing field is like 80-20. Because you want a clean house, right? You clean it? Nigga? No play.
Let her talk. Let her talk. Let her talk. Let her talk.
Let me talk. Thank you. Thank you. Let me talk. Meek's on the mic. All right. But seriously. These guys, they want clean house, they want to do this stuff. I cook for my kids morning and night. I'm sorry, I cook for my kids morning and night. I do all that stuff. Blah, 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 keep a clean house or whatever. But at the same time, yes, we can pay bills, but you laying up in the crib too. You're supposed to be the man, and as the man, you're supposed to be the provider. I'm not saying you have to be 100%. I come from that. But I'm not saying you have to be 100%. But you need to be contributing the most. Because I'm doing a lot of sweat. Hey, I'm a businesswoman too. I'm all about sweat equity. Okay? And that sweat equity is equivalent to that monetary value. Okay? So when, I don't want to hear what you got to say. I don't want to hear what you got to say. He ain't got to say shit, guys. He don't got to say nothing. I'm a pastor to Zach and Tasha. We don't want to hear what he got to say. Don't pass it to him.
Hold on.
I'm walking it over to that man right there.
Hold on. Wow. You can, security.
I don't trust Tasha.
Security.
Here you go, young.
But let me just say something though, because you brought up a point, right? Now, and I know I'm in a room full of women. But we're in a room full of women, but we have to keep it 100, right? We have to keep it 100. Ladies, if you want what you just said right there, there's certain things that we have to, as black people, take out of our lexicon, okay? This independent black woman shit, take it out of the lexicon, okay? The reason why is this. What she just described was interdependence. It wasn't independence. So if you want to have an interdependent relationship, stop promoting yourself as independent. You're doing for yourself because you have to at this time. It's not something that you want to do. It's not something that you even enjoy doing. Okay? So why would you advertise yourself and say, I'm independent? Like this is something that is a badge that you want to wear. You're wearing it because you gotta wear it right now. But you want to take the crown off.
Okay, she wanted to take the crown off. She wants him to pay. Oh.
Let's be clear. I don't go on Instagram declaring independence. I don't go on Instagram doing all that stuff. What I say is that I can handle my own. But and however, if you're trying to come up in this household, you gotta be able to contribute more than I do. Because
not a problem with that. I didn't say you. Love.
More.
Love. I didn't say you, love. What I said was we as a people had to disengage from that because it is an adversarial point of view.
But hold on, I want to understand why more versus even, like, say you're bringing 70, you're saying he has to bring 80. He cannot bring 60.
Is he doing laundry? Is he making the meals? Is he doing all that other stuff? That's why I said make more. Because at the end of the day,
I'm still doing other things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So that's last month, gender roles, last month.
That's what we said. Yes, that was last month. But that's what I said. That's where equity, that's where equity adds up. You know.
But are you willingly doing those things, or are you just taking score? Are you or are you willingly doing that for your husband?
I'm not married anymore. I'm not married anymore. I was married, but I willingly do that kind of stuff because I got kids, so I'm doing it for them too. So at the end of the day, but even before I had children, that's just, like I said, I was raised like that. My family's from Belize, like that's just what we do. As women, I'm not saying that I have to do it. Like a young man, a gentleman should know how to wash his own clothes and do all those things. But there's nothing wrong with me making sure you go out smelling good.
So you put more weight on your domestic than on, say, he was mechanical?
I want everybody to respond. And I'm coming back. Hold on.
That grass got to get cut every week. He paying for it. So I guess that's where the 80% come in, because he paid for the landscaper.
Okay, go ahead.
So I want to agree with what the gentleman said about the year time, but it's more of, that's old mindset. So as more people are coming in now, a lot of that's not really being taught. So we're at a point where we have to figure this out for ourselves. So when it comes to like, gender roles and this whole 80-20 thing, it's about collaboration and community. If you want to have a relationship, it's a collaboration. If, like she's talking about, okay, if I'm doing this, you're going to do this too. Or if I'm doing this, you got to do that. So it's a contribution to that relationship, so thus it can move forward. Because I hear the whole independent woman thing. That's a great thing, but then when you get that into a relationship, that stymies the relationship because that's a different mindset than, oh, I'm allowing a man to help me. No, I'm gonna do this whole thing without the man helping me. So it poisons the relationship slowly when a man looks like, oh, well, she wanna do everything herself, I'm gonna just dip and just leave her alone. And then she wonder what happened because she let the man to help her in the first place.
Thank you, Quinn. And I'm coming back to you, Jared. Yes, sir.
So, I heard that thing about 2019 and 2020. There are certain things about human beings that has not changed with the time. Historically, a woman would choose a man who could hunt, who could build a hut, who could be a good father. And that was the whole notion of you being a provider. You wouldn't breed with a man who didn't have the capacity to take care of his offspring. So that's how we made our decisions back in the day when right. So the notion of a man being a provider does not change. The amount, we can argue about that. But I think inherently men need to be providers. And it's not just about, oh, do I just give you my paycheck? It's women are in it for security. Men are looking for respect. Women are looking for security. Those are the fundamental differences between men and women. Yeah, safe, to feel safe.
I'm coming back there, but you started this. Okay, Jared. Okay, let's do this.
So, like what I was saying, like in a relationship nowadays, it's not no 80-20, it's not no 70-30. Everything is 50-50. Like for instance, like I got mad offended, like how she just tried to play me, cause she was like, "Oh, you want your house clean." So let me just give you a inner look on my perspective. I'm Jamaican. I'm the youngest of 4 boys. I was raised by a mother and a father, and not only that, but I was raised to learn how to cook and learn how to clean. So if you come to my house, I'm gonna be like, my house already clean. Period. Second of all, I'm gonna be like, in my mind, I know how things go nowadays. It's 50-50, so I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna cook, but while I cook, why don't you sweep the floor, make sure everything spick and span how it's supposed to be. And it ain't really even nothing on the floor. I just want to see what you're gonna bring to the table. You get what I'm saying? So it ain't like somebody coming to my crib and they're like, oh, you want your house clean, don't you? We don't even play like that. Even though it is 2019 and things 50-50, you want to make sure that you giving effort, but that person also gonna bring that same type of energy and effort back to you. You get what I'm saying? So all that, oh, you want your house clean, this, that, and the other, if you have a man and that man is not willing to meet you halfway, it ain't even worth it. All that 80, 20, 70, 30, that's not how it's supposed to be. If you want to be equals, everything has to be on an even playing field, period. Period.
She said 60-40. You might say no, mic. She said 60-40 with everything else but the finances. Everything is 50-50, but the finances is 60-40. That's her relationship. I'm coming back.
Oh my God.
Oh my, we got 3 more. Oh, you got it. Okay, go ahead.
He's the head, I'm the neck. So he can't move without me. So if he's the head, he's the top, 60-40.
Okay, Fantasia co-signed that for sure. Yes, sir.
Sometimes y'all ain't
Hello?
even fucking realistic.
I feel that
Sometimes y'all ain't even fucking
all
realistic.
situations are different.
Respect the mic, please. Just hold it for 1 second. Just respect the mic. Thank you.
I feel that all situations are different.
Thank you.
Every lady is not made to be under a man, and every man is not made to be over a lady. Sometimes the lady has more business sense than the man. But sometimes that lady just wants to please her man. So it's not up to me or you to judge somebody else. As long as their situation works for them, I think we should be happy for each other.
Back to what I said in the beginning.
I don't know if I'm saying something wrong. You with me? Let me get an amen.
Hold on, Pastor JT. We had 2. Who was? Okay.
We're gonna take about
that's
2.
right.
We're gonna take about 2 more, Tasha.
2 more. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's true. It's like 10. It's 10 something. She started it. I'm gonna go to him. Well, who goes first?
So if you're not, you need to be mindful of if he needs to be the provider and he can't provide to the standard that you want, are you willing to downgrade your lifestyle? Instead of living in that $1,800 a month apartment, are you going to downgrade to $1,000 because that's all he can afford? Or are you going to step up to make the difference? Oh. So you need to be mindful of what you're willing to accept as well if he truly needs to be the provider.
Wow. I get that because the whole point is the expectation hasn't changed, and let's go into within the means. Wow, you did that. Any other lies? Any other lies in your gut that you want to share? A lie that you were told from anybody, grandma, sister.
That this ends at 11 o'clock.
Your cellmate.
That's a lie.
I don't know. Maybe a cellmate. Okay.
Hey guys, a lie that I was told was, if you have me, you don't need anyone else. Meaning, if you have me, or if I'm in your life, then you don't need anyone else.
So was that a stalker or a batterer? Well, okay, so this was a boyfriend?
Overall, like if you're in a relationship, you should just be with that person. That's your best friend, that's your confidant. You don't need any other friends in your circle because I take care of it all. I accomplish everything that you need.
Yeah, that sounds like a possessive dude.
Yeah, that sounds like an old record. Every step you take.
Was he possessive? Was he jealous?
Is he here tonight?
Okay, so this is my son's father and this is my boyfriend. So this is a very good dynamic in terms of reflecting.
It's supposed to be
That's good pussy right there. When both men could just be there and be friends, good pussy make niggas be friends. You got that kumbaya coochie.
You said she got the kumbaya box?
The kumbaya coochie.
Oh God.
They over there high-fiving and shit.
Oh God. No, but it should be this way. There's an understanding.
It should be this way because it's a village. It's a village.
It is a village. DJ O'Blaze has something to say.
Yo, I totally agree with all this situation because I have kids and I have a woman, of course, and I feel everybody got to get along and they should be able to sit down at one table and eat. Because if they don't, like we always say, the village is what raises the family. And I feel like if my whole visit can't raise the family, then what's the purpose, you know?
Yeah, that definitely goes down. I love that. So that guy, is not here, and that's not him. You divorced him. Because was he possessive and jealous? That's what we're wondering. He really was. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that was a possessive. Okay, another lie. Hold on. We may have to end because y'all getting antsy.
Okay, a lie that I was told that.
Okay, we're gonna try to go 5 more minutes. 5 minutes. Leroy. Okay, and Auntie. Okay, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, a lie that I was told that in a relationship, all you need is love.
I totally have that. That's right. That's Dad from Philly right here. That love is not enough. Let's end with that. The lie is that love is enough. That's the lie. That love is enough, right? We're so in love, right? She's so cute. She's there for me. He's providing whatever. I don't know what that always means in terms of love. Providing lust, maybe. But at the end of the day, love is not enough. Love is always enough. That's a lie. That's what we're saying. That's a lie. Let me tell you, but I want you to talk about it. Oh, I didn't know you were there, Greg. Hey, Greg. You was in the cut. Okay, so you're going to talk about it in 1 second, Auntie. So the idea is love is enough. And then I'm just going to explain why I think that. Hold on, just hold it, y'all. I promise. Okay, they don't know. I really have ADD. I can't even concentrate. I'm going to just do this and act like they're not talking while I'm on the mic. Okay, so love being enough. They don't care. They don't know. It's okay. Oh my God, they're going to finish what they're going to say. We'll wait. I really have it. I'm really not lying. Okay. Love is enough is the lie because logistically, some things need to be in order. So when we talked about the money, how do we spend money? Who saves? Who budgeted? Kids. Who wants kids? Who doesn't want kids? Right? To love doesn't actually change the way that we're going to parent. Right? How often are we going to have sex? Are we going to have sex and swing? Or are we going to have missionary and not even be adventurous? Right? That would be an expectation that we need to talk about. Just being in love is not enough. And my infidelity, what about infidelity?
We gotta talk about that.
Oh, we gotta talk about infidelity. Oh, which is why love is not enough. Okay, because then the trust is broken. Because if the love was enough, then you would deal with all that crap for years.
Love, what about your home last night?
Okay, Auntie, you ready? Tell me why you think love is enough. That was my reason for why I think love is not enough.
Love is always enough.
What does that mean?
It can conquer everything, but you've got to keep it focused.
You got to focus your love. You got to keep your love focused. Okay. I know the producer wants me to turn this way. I felt him on my ear right there. Okay. Okay, ask questions if you really possibly, or if you agree. Love, as long as it's focused, is enough, and it will always get you.
It will always get you through the stuff. At the end of the day, when we look back at whether it is the finances or whatever, we're always going to go back to why did I love him?
So the love keeps the glue, is the glue. The love is the glue. Okay, I agree that it brings you back, but what takes you away would be what? In your past.
What do you mean?
I don't know, where you actually were unhappy.
If I had love, I wasn't unhappy.
You've never been in love with someone and never been unhappy with the person you've been in love with?
I was only unhappy with them when I wanted to change them. And when I decided to accept them for who they were, it changed everything. As long as you decide to not change them, I don't want to be changed.
Then that means acceptance came in there and not just love.
But don't change me. It's both of us. Don't change me. I'm not gonna ever dim my light so that you can shine brighter or anything. So don't ever do that.
Wait, hold on. So, bye y'all, love y'all. Okay, so you're literally saying if there is a man in your life that tries to dim your light that you're in love with, you then won't be with him?
I'm not gonna be with anybody who dims my light.
But I thought it was if you're
sure, they're gonna make sure that they don't ask for that. I am who I am. Accept it or leave it. And I need to learn to not try to change them. Love them as they are or leave them alone.
But that doesn't go along with why I'm standing here. You said if you're in love with that guy, that should be enough. It doesn't matter if he accepts your light or not. That's what you said. That's why I'm standing here.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay.
She said love is enough. Now, I happen
love
to believe.
Love is enough, but if he wants to dim her light, then he got to go?
No, but hold on. I happen to agree with her that love is enough.
Love wasn't enough.
But I happen to agree with her that love is enough. But here is,
you agree? Okay, you got a co-signer.
But here is the question that goes on top of it. Love is never the problem. It's the absence of love that is the problem. And so when we find ourselves in peril, we need to look for the love. See, because love will lead you to the solution.
Because usually we start out in lust, and then we try to find the love.
Well, yeah,
and
right.
that don't always happen.
It don't always, because love is matriculative.
Yeah, but we're not in our 20s. We're not always in lust right now and infatuated.
No,
we're grown folks, 30s and 40s.
But love
in
is
our 40s and 50s. Right. So you now know not to be just in lust. We got past that. So that we don't even need to talk about.
But Tasha,
yes.
I think a big problem with humanity is we speak the word love prematurely. Sometimes we say we love a person and we have not gone through enough to actually be at the destination of love. So you saying you loving a person and you haven't even gone through enough. The scripture tells us what love is. Love is patient, love is kind, love is long suffering. You have to go through a whole lot of myriad of things to figure out that you love that person.
He went Sunday school on y'all. Go ahead.
So love is beautiful and all, but love is beautiful and and I believe in love because I'm in love. But when you get that FPL tag on the door and it says Thursday by 8 o'clock, it gotta be paid. Love is not enough. And if it's real love, you gonna help me pay that keep that FPL bill up. Show me some real love.
Did y'all hear that? Okay, so love wasn't enough until the FPL bill was or the eviction was on the door.
So
and then he said, real love would be, are you going to help me pay it?
Of course, because if we, of course. But there's a difference between being in love and being irresponsible. Let's not confuse the two things.
Okay, go ahead. We got like 5 more and then we done.
I was just going to say something that someone told me.
Respect the mic.
I was just going to share something that has stayed with me for a while that someone shared with me, which is that we don't understand how to love someone. We don't know how to love them the way that they need to be loved. We want to love them the way that we want to love them. And I think if each of us were to actually love the other person the way that they needed to be loved, and they're reciprocating the same thing to us, then you're actually meeting somewhere in the middle.
I love that.
You still have something? Go ahead.
I mean, I just want to just add to that, and let's get to a place where I want somebody not just going to love me because of, but someone that can love me in spite of.
In spite of.
Because we are all not perfect. We all have our baggage. We all have our issues. So can you love me in spite of?
Ooh, that did it to, I like that.
That's agape. It takes a long time to get there.
Can you love me in spite of?
I just want to make a general statement, like just listening to everybody tonight, it always reminds me of the same thing when I come here. People, we have our own opinions as to what we feel love is, or this is, or how this relationship should be. So what one has to really keep in mind that I see is that knowing who you are and what you're about. so that when you come to the table with someone else and you want to build a relationship with them, you can be truthful and honest as to who you are. Because a lot of things that people have said tonight is like, man, that's some BS. Because people will change depending upon, specifically, I'm talking from a man listening to a lot of different women, listening to a lot of different stories. Women will change the game depending upon who's in front of them. Now, if you real from the beginning and you say, hey, this is what it is and this is what it is, she feels like, okay, you respect me to tell me this is what it is. Now, you go ahead and you live your life. My God, I threw myself off. If you go ahead and be honest from the beginning, the woman's gonna respect you. Now, going back to what we were talking about earlier about, oh, what have you been taught that was a lie? What I've been taught that was a lie is that, oh, if a woman has a sexual act, she's a hoe. You get what I'm saying? Like when we was younger, this is the only thing I heard. You know what I'm saying? And then I had to reflect on my own self and realize, well, the reason we only talk like that is because no one else taught us anything different. We wasn't being raised up to be like, hey man, you know, this is how I'm gonna take care of my woman and take care of my children. We was a bunch of little niggas with other little niggas telling each other what's going on. And then I had to come up out of that, you know what I mean? And I get a better understanding of myself. And I realized even through all of those, if you tell a woman what it is from the beginning, she's gonna tell you yay or nay. Nothing's really impossible, trust me. Nothing is impossible when it comes to a woman, but this is a part of the respect. You give them that option, say, hey, this is how I am, this is who I am. And then she can feel, this is a safe place for me to reflect who I am because this person is honest and transparent. And trust me, anything is possible, man, if you're a real person at the beginning with a woman. You know what I mean? But listening to everybody tonight, it's just your opinions, really, man. It's your interpretation. Like people talking about religion. Okay, people say, oh, I believe in this. But there's so many different interpretations. So what's important is to know what is your interpretation so that you can go ahead and communicate that the person that you're going to have relations with.
Come on, Kelly. Did you still have it? Or it's gone? Okay, this is the last comment. Yes, ma'am.
I was just saying I agree with you. There's so much more. Okay, you can love somebody, but life takes place. So there's so much more that needs to be taken care of. I love you, but like he said, that bill still needs to be paid, and resentment and things like that. You know, just what life puts you through. So you can still love the person, but if you're full of resentment or you're compromising too much or whatever. So you're gonna need more than love.
Can y'all give it up for yourselves? Whoa! That was a good village conversation. Rayzor, you did all right. I really appreciated your feedback tonight.
Thank you, love.
I will try my best to make it to your Instagram to find out where you will be roasting D Wade.
It's the One Hotel down in on South Beach.
That one?
It's called, I think it was called the One Hotel.
The One Hotel.
Yeah, on South Beach.
Oh, I thought you was being funny. One Hotel.
No, it's called the One.
Okay, got you. Business owners, anybody that owns a business, can you come on up here so that you can promote yourself? We are all about business owners.
Come on up if you own a business. If you got a business card, if you got an Instagram and sell shit off.
Anything. Don't be shy. Talk about yourself. Just one? Who's the yellow? Come on. Tell her you'll come back.
Did my girl in the yellow lead that was a businesswoman?
Oh, come on. Yeah, the businesswoman. Come on up here.
Yeah, I know you got a business. I want to support you.
Okay, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
So my name is Bertha. I'm a nurse practitioner, but I deal with root cause medicine, meaning that whatever disease or whatever is happening within your body, I look for exactly where it's coming from. I'm not a pusher of pills. I actually look at the whole entire body, mind-body connection, all of that. My upcoming workshop that I have, second one that I'm doing and the last one for this year, is reversing type 2 diabetes, which I already had it, successful, lowered A1C, get off medications. I'm all about that. So October 24th, 4 sessions. It's Mind, Body, Spirit Reformers, handle at MBS Reformers on all social media platforms.
Hey.
I'll let the lady go first.
Come to the middle. Come to the middle so you can be in the camera for people in TV land. But they're gonna know your business. You don't want to promote your business?
But listen, they're gonna know my voice when I was talking earlier.
Oh, you're a radio girl.
Girl, I'm an American girl. But hi, my name is Mary Desi. I own a detox company that has electrolytes, pH 10 water that help you lose weight, and I also do meal prepping as well. So if you guys want to follow me or place orders, you can grab your phone and Instagram. It's called Lulu's, Loulous, on the go. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you, Lulu.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Did y'all have a good time tonight? Say yo. If you had a good time tonight, say yo. Give it up for Dr. Tasha and Rayzor. You're welcome. My name is Kelly T. In short, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an artist in general. I paint pictures with words and I take pictures as well. Life insurance, taxes, credit restoration. Photography, video, DJ services. That's the artist side. And we work with a team of photographers, videographers, and DJs. Give you the best rates, great quality. And then on the Jackson Action Bales Bond. Give it up for Jackson Action. Jackson Bales Bond. My fiance here has had a couple of drinks. Y'all give it up for her too. It's a lot of love here. I appreciate y'all again. My name is Kelly T. You can check out my poetry album from Deep Side to Worldwide. My personal slogan for life is to educate, motivate, and elevate yourself and the people that surround you.
Thank you, Kelly.
We gotta do some work together. Big up to everybody in the building. My name is, everybody knows me as Johnny Walker. I'm actually a visitor here to Florida this weekend. About to promote my business here in Florida, but I run a digital agency, web2printusa.com. We do graphic design, printing, marketing. We're in Washington, D.C. right now, and the goal is to be in all 5 major cities in the next 5 or 6 years.
Tell me Instagram.
Instagram is web2printusa. The website is web2printusa.
Good evening, my name is Kai. I am a regular here. Thank you, Dr. Tasha, for having me. I have some items right in the back on your way out if you would like to stop by. I have handmade handmade beads, and I also have designer brooches. And I just launched a new business in the CBD industry. We all know that is a $1 billion industry. If you do not know about CBD, if you're interested, you can stop by the table tonight and talk to me about it. If you have issues with weight loss, or if you're interested in having something for pain that's natural, or something that's going to help you relax, the CBD industry is something that you would want to consider Googling to find out. A lot of people don't know about it. Well, a lot of us don't know about it, but a lot of them do know about it. So you know what that means, right? So if you're interested in any of those items that I just named, you can follow me on my social media sites. My Instagram is PIN, talking about. Oh, wow. Yeah, right? PINMEPLZZ on Instagram. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Check her out right here on your way out. So, this is comedian Rayzor. My name is Dr. Tasha, and this was Drive-By Therapy. Thank y'all. Have a great
evening. Airplane.
Take us home.